Getting everything started here. As per usual, you know what time it is. See, I gotta get my angle here for Instagram. We are going to go live. All right, shout out where you're from, everybody. You know the rules. You know what we do here. Hey there. Hey, Kim. Hey, Nicole. I hope you are ready. Let's get into it. Modern dating. Oh, man. England. That's where you're from? England, California. I already know, man. California always got problems. If you're going to date in California, just know you're going to feel it. Let's see. Where are you from? You say you're always wearing blue. It's not on purpose either. I don't even know why this keeps happening. This one has polka dots. Hey, Katie. It's been a minute. Hope you're doing well. By the way, Katie, if you don't, we have a new subscription place. So just in case you wanted to join there. I remember how much you enjoyed that. How to let the coworker, hello TikTok, shout out where you're from on TikTok. How to let the coworker know I like him, that he makes the first move. How do you let the coworker know that you like him so that he makes the first move? Well, my first question is he single? Like, do you know for sure he's single? And do you know for sure he likes women? Because that could be a blow up, right? Texas, Katie down in Texas. I remember your stuff. Aloha, hello back. Do you think constant breaks are a sign of a healthy relationship? No. Well, it depends. Is it the type of break that you're breaking up a relationship to go beyond a break? Or is it like, hey, sometimes we just hang out in different places? If you're hanging out sometimes separately, no, that's healthy. But if you're like saying, let's take a break from each other and potentially go to another kind of relationship status, no, that's not healthy at all. In fact, that's awful. And you guys need to figure out what's going on. Hello from Ohio. Hello, Ohio. Good to see you, Christina. That's my mom's name. What's up? Modern dating is a mess, ex. Single ain't looking so bad. Believe it or not, modern dating has actually gotten a lot easier, right? I know it seems like a mess because there's so many people that are out doing so many different kinds of things, but I can almost guarantee you it is way easier than it used to be. Um, Germany, let's go Deutschland. Can you DM me? Can you DM me? Why are you not DMing me? I'm on live. You wanna join? You wanna By the way, if you guys want to get a one-on-one with me, I got time this weekend, so make sure you sign up. Only 3 people only, so first come, first serve. 3 people that want to work with me this weekend, go ahead and send me a DM. And if you can't, let me know. And yes, I am in Cali. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, you're in Cali. That's the first problem. How to fix a relationship when my husband has a corn addiction. Um, he has to fix that addiction, right? If his addiction to corn is causing him to fall back on his good behaviors, then that's something he has to work out outside of you, right? There's not much that you can do. All you can do is be an influence. You can say, hey, I noticed that things aren't the same, right? Our sex life isn't the same. Our love life isn't the same. I feel like you're putting this ahead of us. I feel like I'm in competition with this. This is how I feel. And if he doesn't do something to work on it himself, if he's not actively trying to do something about it, then that's his problem, right? And honestly, if he doesn't stop or he doesn't do anything to work through it, then I would consider cutting my losses. Because you have to ask yourself, do you want to be in a relationship with someone that struggles with women that he doesn't even know? That's what's really happening. Orlando, Florida. Let's go, Florida. Why do I miss the narcissist? Because there's something in you that's probably unhealed. Most, I see so many people that end up in really strong bonds with narcissistic people is because there's something in them that is also broken that resonates with this person. Because narcissists are usually exhibiting very broken behavior. So the fact that you keep going back and you keep trying to make it work, there could be something in you that may not be so airtight, right? So that might be something you might want to consider finding out. What is it in you that is, mirroring this narcissistic person? What does it mean if calls? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that word means. Thank you. Absolutely. We had eye contact a few times, but we work in military and I don't want to make things wrong. You just had eye contact? Have you actually had a conversation? You might want to start there. Like, honestly, hey, Ella. You might want to start with a conversation because, if y'all haven't talked, then there's no way. 57, divorced over 15 years. Wow. Was broken, I've healed, and still working on being the best version of myself. December Sag. I'm so great on my own, but longing for connection. The dating streets is savage. But that shows that, now don't get me wrong, dating has changed. But if you are not spotting the ones, or you're not finding a way to spot and match with people that are more in alignment with your healing, then there may be something still may need an adjustment. Because the reality is, if you are truly there, then you would have no problem spotting those kinds of people. Because yes, it's like, where's Waldo sometimes, right? But they're out here. How do I make it stop? Well, here's the thing. Yes, enough time away from them. That is true. And also, you want to make sure that you are challenging whatever is inside you, right? Because you have to find out why you got attracted in the first place. It's not hard to find someone who's dysfunctional, right? There's a lot of people walking around that think they know what love is and they're manipulative. That's not hard to find. So why is it that you're attracted to someone that isn't rare to find? There's a lot of people that want to take the easy way out. There's a lot of people that say they love you just to get something out of you. A lot of people who are not going through healing, who don't go to therapy, who don't go to coaching. There's so many people, especially guys. Why is it that you chose that kind of person and not been patient enough or been able to notice people that were healed, right? That's something that comes internally. I'm having a really hard day when it comes to men. I came through hoping you can remind me of the good. I'd have to find out what kind of hard time you're having. How does one move on from being broken after a breakup? Work with someone, right? I would say work with me. Send me a DM. A lot of y'all need to send me DMs. Those of you that are healing, those of you that are trying to figure it out, those of you that are going through these changes, send me a DM and work with me, because then we can talk about it. I'll be able to point out stuff literally in one session that you probably never heard before. And the reason why I know this is not only because I've worked with over 1,500 people, but I used to be a manipulator. So if you want to know from the source, I got you. Xavier, I got to the airport, job start Monday. Got the airport. Hey, congrats, Kim. Are you excited? What time do you start Monday? Egypt. How to get over an ex when she's attacking you legally but wants a hug in person. She is a narcissist as well. So when you're truly over someone is when you can sit next to them and not be bothered by them. So more than the hug, we have to ask how, because even though she's switching back and forth, we have to figure out how you're getting manipulated. Like, what is she saying and doing? Is she playing victim while also doing the opposite? Because then you'll have to pay attention to the real her and not the her that she's trying to show you. Because what manipulators do, both men and women, is they give you a version of themselves that they want to sell to you. They're like salesmen. They want to give you reassurance. They want to make you feel like, oh, well, you got them. And then they take it away. So what we believe is that these people make a conscious effort to show you something good and take it away. The reality is they show you what they want you to see because they're trying to sell you on a resume. And then they become who they really are once you lower your guard. The whole goal is to get you to lower your guard. And then you'll sit there saying, they used to be this person, so I'm still going to give them credit off the person they showed me in the beginning. That's never who they were. That was never, and it will never be who they are. A person doesn't struggle to become the good person that they used to be. That makes no sense. Oh, this person used to be this person. They're just struggling right now. No, they're not. They were never that person. If they were a good person, they would struggle to be a bad person. It would be out of their character to be manipulative, right? And they would actively fight their way back to being better. Some people are just like this. And they are resilient to this. They are okay with this. And we have it in our minds that they were this good person that somehow made a twist into a bad one. No, they were always this person. That's why they're this person longer than they were the other person. The beginning is so early. Hola. Hola, Fatima. I always say your name. Like, I feel like I want to have an accent when I say it. And Fatima. Hola, Fatima. ¿Cómo estás? Oh, they filtered some comments. Someone must have been saying something crazy on here. Hola, ¿cómo estás? I went off energy and vibe this time and still bit me as cause he's awesome but demon. Well, that's because energy and vibe is fine, but it's not enough. What reigns superior more than energy, vibe, and chemistry is logic. What they actually do. And how long do you see them do it? Energy and vibe is good, but needs to be partnered with logic. The Spanish way? Oh, so it's Fatima? Or is it Fatima? Damn it. I'm doing it again, man. I just wanted reassurance, but he turned it into an argument. Yeah, because that's what you wanted, not what he wanted to give you. I'll send you an audio. Thank you so much. Gracias. See, that's the thing. Some of us say, man, I just wanted a little bit of reassurance. Why couldn't he even do that? Because he doesn't want to. And then we say, well, you're supposed to. If you're a good person, then you're supposed to. See, yeah, you sound just as bad as a narcissist at that point. If I don't want to give you reassurance, if that's not in my list of things that I want to give you, then why are you asking me for it? Because it feels good to you? What if it doesn't feel good to me to give it to you? See, y'all need to talk. See, what we're going to do, y'all have to understand, I used to be a manipulator. I know what they're thinking. So I'm going to tell you right here too. It doesn't matter what you want. It's what I want. And you think because it's been normalized to say, well, if I want a little bit of reassurance, that should be okay. No. No, it's not. I live in my own world where everything's just okay for me. Your reassurance is too much work. And I feel like you're trying to dominate me a little bit too. I don't want to give you reassurance, but for some reason you're asking me for it. And that's making me feel forced. Do you think you're the top dog in this relationship? Just because of that, now I'm not giving you reassurance and I'm going to argue with you. See? I don't even take that as a nice to have. So you think I'm taking it like a normal person, right? Like, oh, well, reassurance is just a normal thing I should probably give her. No, I take it as you telling me what to do. You're not the boss. See? That's how we take it. Hey, I'm Rainy from the Caribbean. Very interesting topic. Absolutely. Energy doesn't lie, though. They're two-faced. I didn't do what he can do type of thing. So how did you get burnt then? If you sense the energy and you sensed it correctly, then how does that get you in trouble? I mean, didn't you just walk away? Yeah, like he wasn't even worried about what I feel. No, because what you feel is you trying to dominate the relationship. That's how you have to understand the dynamic that you're in. Your feelings are inconvenient to this relationship. Hey, I have a question. Could it be possible a narcissist could use, thank you so much for the heart. Thank you so much. Who sent that? Christine? Thank you, Christine, for the heart. I have a question. Could it be possible a narcissist could use your belief against you like religion? 100%. Oh my God. It could be weaponized and twisted back on you. In fact, I'm going to find scriptures that only apply to what I want to say and how I feel to validate my argument. So yes, it will be weaponized against you. Absolutely. Oh, look, we got another review from Katie. Katie said, Xavier helped me a lot and gave me a lot of great advice and discussions. I highly suggest getting some of the programs and packages he has because of his help. I'm in a happy and healthy relationship now. Clap for you, Katie. We love to hear it. We love to hear that you got into a better situation. And I didn't get you there. I opened the door. I showed you the way and you had to walk through and you did a great job. Katie, I'm so happy for you and you deserve it. Because I remember your last relationship and girl, he didn't deserve you. But yes, yay, Katie. You got support all on here. I'm telling you, and I'm not guaranteeing anything, but in a lot of cases, if you do hear and you work with me, you're going to get what you want. You want a quality relationship. You want only to be geared towards a man that actually cares about your well-being and your future, that is not going to make drama and wants to actually care about your needs and feelings, make you feel secure. That's what I do. Is friendly texting a friend of yours that you suspect has feelings for you considered cheating if you're extremely careful to not give the wrong idea? So that's a tricky question because why are you texting someone that has feelings for you if you're in a relationship? That's number one. And you could draw those boundaries, but if you're texting someone that has underlying feelings for you, there's the argument of, is this really your friend? Because last I checked, friends shouldn't want to sleep with you. They shouldn't want to get intimate with you. If they are genuinely a friend, that shouldn't even be a part of the equation, right? Because if I can go to my boys and say, hey, bro, you want to sleep with me? And then they start laughing or they cuss me out, that's my friend. Someone who doesn't want to bond in that way, because that would be inappropriate to our platonic friendship. So if there's feelings coming from this person, I'm not saying that it's cheating. You can have boundaries, but I guess I wouldn't exactly say it's wrong either for the person on the other side to have some concerns. Like, why are we texting people that have like feelings for us to get intimate? You know what I mean? It's almost like entertaining like a potential partner, low key, I found a couple fake nails in my boyfriend's truck. He thinks I shouldn't think anything about it. Well, is it the first time you've caught that? Something like that? I don't know, just his character isn't him, but his energy and vibe is vulnerable. Well, then I don't know how to look at your statement, because if you got burnt, then to me that sounds like you got a little deep and then this guy turned out to be someone or something that you didn't expect, and then now you're trying to recover from it. So if you're trying to recover, then maybe the energy that you were talking about isn't exactly the perfect method, or closer to perfect, because nothing's perfect, but maybe you need to make adjustments to the method that you're using so that you can catch it sooner. So that's what I mean. Is like, The whole thing about dating is that you have to find a way. Now, don't get me wrong, everyone gets burned sometimes, but the way to keep yourself from getting truly burnt and getting jaded for a second is to find the perfect way to mitigate the people that are not for you. You've got to have a good vetting system. You got to have strong boundaries, strong standards, and strong deal breakers. If you don't, if you say, well, yeah, I got standards, but if this guy, then you're done. No one is an exception. And the people that tickle your fancy, the people that make you feel that chemistry, that forbidden feeling that we get, you have to be even more vigilant with those people, because those people already have a certain amount of access to you just off the front door. So I would say those people are even a little bit more dangerous than the person that you don't like that much, the person that you don't think is that attractive. Because we all got one or two people that get us a certain way, and then we're like, well, I had those standards till I met this person, and then I let my guard down. So you got to figure out, how can you move when those situations come, right? How does one move on from being broken after a breakup? You have to join our group. Join our group and talk to me one-on-one. This is what I specialize in. That is not something that I can break down in a live, but because your particular situation is going to require special attention, right? That's a vague question. And I don't want to give you general answers. I want to give you specific answers. So send me a DM. Everybody that wants to work with me, I got space this weekend for 3 people. Send me a DM and we will work together. Is demanding me texting back within a minute controlling? Yeah, demanding period is controlling. What? Demanding period is controlling. Who's demanding nowadays? Like, what are we in the 1920s? Like, yes. And within a minute is way too quick. You can't use the bathroom. You can't eat without having to touch your phone. You can't go on a jog. Like, that's wild. That's not just controlling. That's low-key psycho. I used to be that psycho. I used to be that. Yo, if you took more than 30 minutes to get back to me, I was losing my mind. The problem is I am super shy around him, and we did not talk normally. We work in different teams, so there's not much topic for conversation. Well, you're going to have to give him the signal, girl. Give him the signal. He's going to need a signal. So what I would recommend is that what you do is just, is he above you? Like, is he like a sergeant or something and you're like this, or are you guys kind of on the same level? Wow, there's a lot of questions today. Oh my goodness. Hold on. So if I care about my feelings is controlling, isn't considered my feelings also control? Isn't not considering my feelings also controlling? No, because I came up with my own logic. See, the problem is you got your logic and I've got mine. My logic is you're telling me to care about your feelings. I don't care about your feelings. I care about what I want. So, but what you're saying is it not considering my feelings also controlling? Yes. But see, here's the problem, is that I can come up with whatever logic I want to as long as you're still in this relationship. So you can call me out for being controlling all you want. You're still here. So how bad is it if you won't leave? See, we're entering the mind of a manipulator right now. I don't care about your logic because you're still dating me. You're still coming home. You're still kissing me goodnight. You're still calling me and answering my calls. So why should I have to change? You could find a better guy. You could have left this a long time ago. You could have found a guy that's going to be there for you, care about you, love you down, be everything you need him to be. But no, you're putting up with this guy. And this is the guy that's got you wrapped around his finger. So why? See, that's how they think. Why can't I walk away? Because we got you. See, the whole thing is, the way we break you down as manipulators is we get you to believe something that's not true. We get you to believe that we're in an enormous amount of pain. We're all struggling. We all have wounds from childhood. We can't help ourselves. We suck. Life sucks. Oh, I'm hurting. That's why I hurt you. That's why I hurt everyone. That's why I cheat on you, because I love you and I don't know how to love because I'm broken inside. And then the second you bring up therapy, we're like, I'll never go to therapy. Therapy's not good. They hate me in therapy. Woe was me. I'd rather cheat on you and crash out. We get you to believe it. We get you to believe all our stories. And then you get attached to the story, not the actual person that I'm showing you. Oh, Xavier, I just saw you cheating, but I love you. But I love you. I don't even love her. Xavier, you have a new girlfriend, but I still miss you. Come on, man. Oh, let's see. I definitely need advice from you. Over every man I've talked to does not and won't keep it 100 like you. I got you, girl. I'm telling you. That's what I love. That's what I've realized is we just gotta be honest. Just be truthful, right? Now, don't get me wrong. In being truthful, there's still a way of delivering the truth. You still want to use gloves, right? You don't want to be too harsh, but at the same time, it's better that we all just be honest with each other. That's one thing that's lacking a little bit in society. And you know, a lot of people don't know how to do it though. I'll give it that. A lot of people don't know how to give the truth. How do I know I am the problem? I have PTSD. You're going to have to DM me. You're going to have to DM me. Why do men text you all the time, check on you, etc., but don't make plans? Because you're an option and not a commitment. You're an option. You're there to fill my social battery when I feel like I don't have anyone. If I go through a dry spell, I can text you all the time. But making a commitment will not be for you, girl. And thank you for being so available to me. Because now I know that you have nothing better to do than participate in entertaining me while I'm looking for other women. So thank you. So I have been in a kind of relationship with this guy for 3 years now, and we haven't seen each other in a year. What? You've been in a relationship for 3 years and you haven't seen each other in a year? How are you in a relationship for 3 years and you haven't seen each other for a year? You long distance? Came into contact with him for 2 weekends and now it's back to ghost? Well, you what do you mean back to ghost? There's so much of the story that I have to... You were ghosted or you guys were talking? My narcissistic ex told me all of his red flags and I ran through them. Why? He would love bomb and then abuse so early on and I was in denial. He would do something nice and then something so evil. Yeah. He would do something nice to keep you on, and the evil was who he actually was. This is how it goes. The evil is who I am, the nice is what I show you to keep you. That's how it goes. It's bait and switch. We got to keep doing that, right? It's like playing hopscotch. You get in and out. I went through 20 years, now 5 children. Wow, 5 children. And trying to get away, have a restraining order, but he has our oldest daughter and he's manipulating her. Nothing you can do about that. The best thing you could do when you have children with a narcissistic person, the best you could do is try to be as level-headed as you possibly can. You have to be the level-headed one. Both of you can't be going there. So unfortunately, it falls on you even harder at this point to be the mature parent. Because if you let him get to you and you show reaction, then your daughter is going to pick up your responses and she's going to emulate your behavior. You have to be the one to show her how he is ridiculous through action, right? So that's gonna take more of willingness and hard maturity to get her those habits through action. In a divorce, how do you get over the fear of the unknown? I'm scared to even open my emails. You do it step by step. You do it step by step, right? The thing is, you're gonna have that fear. But here's one thing I can tell you to help you out. There's nothing you can do. When you're going through a divorce, The best you could do is be the best version of yourself and present yourself as the best and most mature version of yourself. That's one of the best things you could do. Don't let them get to you. Don't let them see you shake. Don't let them get you to react, because it's going to come. They're going to say things. They're going to do things, especially if they're the bad one. Oh, yeah, they're going to mess with you. A divorce is their prime place to start messing with you. I know it. I've worked with many couples through divorce. What you have to do is continue to be the best version of yourself, and eventually it'll just become easy, and you'll look at them like they're, oh, whatever, right? You have to make them less of a big deal in your mind. So, because the unknown is going to come. They're going to hit you, they're going to shock you and surprise you, but eventually there will be a light at the end of the tunnel. Just maintain, right? Maintain. Oh, there's a lot of questions today. Am I wrong for being triggered if he keeps bringing up a particular woman just out of the blue, regardless of what we're talking about? Well, so you're not wrong for having an emotion, right? There's nothing wrong with having an emotion. It's okay to feel triggered. However, when you react in a way that doesn't add up, right? So let's say I say something that's just normal to me or to us, but you take it a certain way because you have a judgment towards it, and then you react harshly to me. That's when it would borderline on not good behavior, right? So yes, feel it, but how you react, how you choose to relay that information, that's what matters. So if you're like, oh my God, stop bringing her up, and I didn't even know it was a problem, yeah, that's inappropriate. But if you're like, hey, sweetie, I'm sorry, it's just that lately I've been getting a little bit triggered, and you're bringing up this girl quite a bit, and I know she didn't do anything wrong, but for some reason, I don't know why I'm getting a bad feeling, and I just want to let you know so that maybe we can talk through it. You see? Because then it could be like, oh, I didn't even know. Well, baby, let me reassure you. Or maybe I need to make some changes I didn't even realize. That's where communication comes into play. Emotional regulation and communication, they need to partner together, right? Sounds like a class on Wednesday. What sounds like a class on Wednesday? Sorry, I'm just talking, so I'm not even. Text me the topic. What is the topic? If I fell in love with the dude exclusive with me, he ghosted. I drunk texted last night. He hit me up this morning saying, what's up? How do I respond? I want him. How did you fall in love with a dude who, wait, is he exclusive or not? Are you in an exclusive situation? What are you talking? You're going to need to DM me. There's a lot of information there I realize I'm missing. I've been told I am broken because I don't want to have Sage on the first date. Well, they have a right to their opinion. You also have a right to disagree. He is above, and there are a lot of people around us, and I don't know about what to start the conversation. It does not look obvious that I like him for other people, but just for him. All you can do is just talk about something random, right? You got to approach him. Since he's above you, he might also not entertain you because he's trying to protect himself, right? So there's that. There's always a risk when it comes to someone that works with you, that's above you in ranking and stuff like that. So the best you could do is just start a random conversation. If people take it how they take it, there's nothing you can do, right? Because you're the one that's clearly a little bit more, ready to get that across. So what I would do if I were you is I would just talk about something, right? Something that he likes. Find out what he likes. And then ask him about it. I noticed that you really like Led Zeppelin. I noticed you really like Sting and the Police. It's funny because the other day I was listening to one of their albums, and I thought, damn, this is a great band. Just talk about something. As a guy, we are wired to think, okay, you're making a move, you're leaving a door open, I could probably make a move, right? So we'll pick up the ball. He talks about marriage. We are 3 years in a relationship, but doesn't propose. He's not going to marry you. Oops, that was an accident. Damn it. I didn't mean to invite you. He's not that into you. Virginity to yourself. Modern dating doesn't work. Well, because we're not doing it right. A lot of us are a little bit hard pressed to date. A lot of us are hard pressed to date, but not actually get to know the person. We place all these expectations, and we don't give a person a chance to just talk. It's always like, oh, you got to show up as this, you got to pay, you got to be looking like this, you got to have this together. Now don't get me wrong, some extremes need to be considered, right? Like, are you in a relationship? Are you married? Do you want kids? Like, some of those things matter. But we place so much pressure on before a person shows up that by the time we've considered it, it's like we're all self-sabotaging nowadays. Why are we placing so many expectations on dating someone we don't even know? How about we just get to know people again? How about we have a conversation? We take a walk in a park and we just have a casual hangout. Why does it have to be, let's see if there's chemistry, let's hurry this train up? It's like the first time we ever hung out in our lives, and we have to find out if there's chemistry in an hour? Like, how do you realistically know that? How do I know if this chemistry is going to lead somewhere positive and not negative? How do I know if this is something, right? If I can base that off an hour, then I'm a super genius, because what? But that's what I mean is you have to meet someone without the expectations. Stop expectations, y'all. You can have standards. Have standards, right? Like, I'm not going to be treated like this. I'm not going to allow someone to make me feel like this. I'm going to make sure that there's a certain type of composure, right? So have standards, but at the same time, the expectations are way too much. People are human beings. People have pros and cons. Every single one of us has a flaw. Thank you, Miss Doris. Thank you, Miss Darris. Miss Darris, thank you for the rose and the little galaxy. I don't know what that is. That's another heart. But the point is, a lot of us have those things that are not so great. So let's appreciate the fact that, hey, someone is trying to give it a shot with us, right? Even if I don't like the other person, even if they're not my type or is not hitting, I'm still appreciative that a human being spent time out of their life to give me a morsel of time, that they actually had hope, that maybe you could be it, or maybe not. But the point is, they gave it a shot. And I'm happy for them for stepping out of the house and dedicating time to me. We need to be a little bit more appreciative and not so much like, oh, it's gotta be this way, gotta have this exact feeling. This guy I was talking to was talking about flying me out after 1 week. It was too much for me. I told him he was not. I told him, yeah, that's a little bit too much. That's a little bit too much. Cause how do you know? How do you know this person's not crazy? Like, and then that's how you know it's just surface level, right? See, what we do if someone meets our surface level attraction, we give them like 10 passes, right? That's what we gotta. I knew mine for almost 30 years. He never takes me anywhere nor plans anything. We live together. He is going to Vegas with buddies. Huh? He never takes me anywhere nor plans anything. We live together. Did he plan to live together? Or did you plan it? He is going to Vegas with buddies. Well, here's the thing. If you knew these things before you got moved in, then why are you expecting any different? Like, if he showed you all the way up to the relationship or in the relationship, because you're saying never, right? So never is a big word. If he never showed you these qualities, then, and you committed, but now you don't like that thing about him, then why did you commit? Boombastic gal, what's up, gal? Ladies, we cannot revolve our lives around a man. A man should be a bonus to our life. Absolutely. We broke up because he was tired of toxicity he brought. Do not look for a man to fulfill your life. Saw each other yesterday. And agree. When you've been talking for 6 months, only seen each other twice, and talk on the phone sometimes. When you've been talking for 6 months, only seen each other twice, and talk on the phone sometimes, is that bad? Well, I could ask you the same question. Why have you been participating in this long? Are you okay with this? Because I mean, you've been doing it too, right? You both have been partnered in this arrangement where you guys spent time talking all this time and only seen each other twice. Is that bad for you? Because you can ask me and I'll have my opinion, but I want to know yours. Talking sense, thank you. He wanted one thing in my opinion. So here's what I think. I can agree with that because if someone is willing to get you close to them that quickly, especially like flying you out and stuff, and they don't know you as a person, then what do they like about you? It's gonna be something surface, which in most cases for me sounds like lust. People are caught up on the fantasy of romance and fill in the blanks with potential. Yes, and people do that because they're not getting the standard that they want. That's one of the reasons I've seen that. Everybody has a standard, right? Everyone or most people have an ideal person that they see for themselves, but then it doesn't happen or it doesn't work out with that person. So what they end up doing is getting another person that may not meet everything, but there's a level of attraction there. They get attached and then they can't leave. So what they do instead is they try to mold this person into that standard that they originally wanted, right? So they fill in the blanks with the potential of what they choose, right? They want to see this. And that's perfect for a narcissist because narcissists sell their potential as a reason to commit. Narcissists and manipulators sell their potential as commitment reasons. And people they even do it a little bit just to get you on the hook. Because the whole thing narcissists and manipulators try to do is they try to get you on the hook. I have to get you to lower your guard as quickly as possible, whatever it takes, right? If I have to lie about how much money I make, if I have to lie about, who I am as a person, if I got to show you a few behaviors to get you there, I have to lower your guard. Because super guarded people challenge narcissists and manipulators. It doesn't challenge healthy men. That's the thing. Healthy men don't go for that because they're like, okay, if you're too guarded, I'm not going to keep trying. I'm not going to chase you. I got my own self-respect and I'm not about to be stumbling over myself to get you. Now, there are some that do, but it's very rare. Healthy-minded guys, they look for women that can reciprocate, women that have a mutual vested interest and effort. If one person is super guarded and I got to climb this tall wall, I'm not doing that. See, that's great for a narcissist though, because they're like, oh, you're challenging my insecurity, so I'm going to do whatever it takes. That's why, have you noticed narcissists come after you more when you try to walk away? When you try to leave? When you try to get out? All of a sudden, they're doing everything you want because that's where they belong. Hey, Layla. We got everybody from the group on here. Everybody from the group. If you have not joined yet, we have such a big group on Wednesday nights that are getting all the tea. They're getting all the information. They're even hearing stuff from me that I don't say on social media. So make sure that you are plugged in on Wednesday nights where it is broken down. Last Wednesday, we broke it down so much that someone came on and they had the exact same situation that I just talked about and broke down. That's how much you get insight into what's happening, girl. Wednesday night, we get all the tea. Please join. Thank you so much. You are awesome. Blue looks good on you. Thank you. Thank you. You handsome. I said it. Thank you. I'm in a relationship for 9 years, 2 kids in, and one day he come to say he has a girlfriend. What? He has a girlfriend? I gotta hear more about this. Hold on. That's way, there's gotta be a whole freaking story behind this. Go ahead and send me a DM. For those of you that wanna work with me, like I said, when I'm getting off here, I'm gonna respond to your messages. But please jump on and send me a DM if you wanna work with me. Some of y'all got some situations, okay? Same problem. They don't want to wait till I feel comfortable. I know what I want. Yeah, those are not the right guys. The guys who don't want to wait till you feel comfortable are a waste of time. Please do not go see them. Like that's not a good guy. You're doing a good job by staying home or by doing something different. Don't let them get you. How to differentiate a nice guy who is secretly toxic from a man who is willing to build a healthy relationship? You need to join my group too. That is something I break down in monumental detail. We go through an hour or two where I give an entire presentation on this. So please join my group. That type of question, you're gonna have to join. My favorite coach, hello. Good to see you, Brooke. Brooke is in the house. Bible study? No, it's not Bible study. Yes, join. See, we got people on here who are in there, and they're rocking with us. It's good to see all of you people that are in here. That are from, you're seeing people from the group that are on the live right now. That's how passionate we are. We get so worked up that we can't get enough, and then we get on live and we do it. We do our thing. Favorite coach and therapist, definitely join. Thank you so much. Go ahead, send me the DM. I'm looking at DMs right now. Okay. I left my old therapist for Xavier. I have to get in the group. Yes, Brooke. Let me send you a text. You would love it, Brooke. As a reminder. I'm looking out for y'all right now, so give me 1 second. Saving women's lives. Absolutely, I'm gonna get you out. And here's the thing, not only do I wanna get you out, but I wanna make sure you enter into the right situation. I want you to have access to know every step of the way, right? But yes, trust me, because there is, and you know what's funny is even though I do this, I talk to a lot of married couples on the regular, you know, and I listen to how they sound. Like if you ever want to learn, like healthy married couples, the ones who are real with you, not the ones who lie to you. Because there's some that are going to lie to you. Oh, yes, this is the best thing that ever happened to me. Never would trade it for anything. Always good. Come on. Come on. That's not the way it works. Maybe for some of y'all, but, you know, he said he doesn't want to lose me over the last week, and he broke up with me yesterday like I was nothing. How long were y'all together? Where can I meet good guys? I'm gonna read more about it. I'm interested. Okay, go ahead and send me a DM. I think there's more to your story. I think there's more to your story, Layla, because that doesn't, when I'm hearing it, don't get me wrong. I understand that that's how things went down, but every time I hear an answer like that, there's always way more to it. So if you want to talk about it and you want to work through that, go ahead and send me a DM. With my experience, there's a lot more here that we need to talk about. Meet a good guy at the grocery store. Tell him what food is good for his health. I'm not gonna lie, that'll get me. That'll get me. Like, telling me, things to eat because I don't fully pay attention sometimes. Like, telling me, oh, this is good quality, but that would get me. And especially when we're talking about food. Like, as a guy, you talk to me about some food, oh my goodness. Because then you could say, I could make this, and then I'll be like, whoa. Like, I could seriously, this is just me personally, I could get so crazy about someone that knows how to make, like, just a few meals. Like, you ain't got to be like this professional chef, but if you know how to make good food and also make it good quality, we in there, baby. We in there. God, because I don't know what it is about food that makes me just like lose all logic. I'm just like, you know what? Where's my ring? Xavier, it's been a week. I don't care. Xavier, you're love bombing. Yes, I am. You knew what you were getting into. People are different and know after much love. What? Much you love. There will be good and bad times, but hopefully the good outweighs the bad. Yep, that's actually the point. You need an older woman? Who's saying that? Somebody's like, you need an older woman. Who is this? We're gonna let a caller in. You know it's about to get crazy out here on this live. Did you call on purpose? Anyway, how do you... That was probably an accident. Sometimes they do that. Food is so good. Food. I love food. Oh my God, I'm a giant food. But I gotta be careful. I gotta keep working out. I gotta run. I gotta, work out. Older women know how to cook. That's why she said that. The way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Man, isn't that the truth? At least that's true for me. How do you become vulnerable without giving people who aren't your BFGF privileges? I have an actual chart for that. I have a dating course that is an actual chart where I can show you exactly how to do that. Go ahead and send me a DM. Send me a DM. If you want to know how to be open without being too vulnerable, go ahead and apply. I have a dating course. I have a full dating course that you can take that will show you how to get away from a lot of the manipulators and narcissists and only gear towards the right guys. How to build that up over time. How to discover which guy is bad and which guy is good. Go ahead and send me a DM. Send me a DM. Older women know how to do a lot of things much better. Hey, I don't disagree. Let me see. I lost service since my BF started paying some bills. We haven't gone on any dates. Since my boyfriend started paying some bills, we haven't gone on any dates. Can he afford a date? Is he pressured to feel like he has to pay and maybe he doesn't have the finances right now? Is that what's happening? How do men feel when they cannot manipulate the woman they've been trying to make her fall for them? Frustrated. I mean, how am I supposed to feel? If I'm trying to manipulate you and you're not going for it, that pisses me off. So yeah, I'm frustrated. I'm upset. He can pay. We can do something low-key inexpensive. He wouldn't let me pay. Well, maybe he has pride. Maybe he doesn't want you to pay because he wants to be the man. Which in that case, he needs to work on that, because just because a woman pays every now and then doesn't make you less of a man. Maybe that's what he's worried about, right? Because like you said, he started paying some bills and then he stopped going on dates, which to me sounds like he might be trying to be careful about his money. I was dating a narcissist. I feel like I have trauma because it's been 2 years and I still haven't been able to. I'm having the trust issues and I don't know how to get over it. Send me a DM. I don't know how to date. Send me a DM. If you send me a DM, then we can work together. So that's the first step, is you got to do that, and then we'll see how we can work together. How does he showcase that frustration towards you when you don't catch on his manipulations? When you don't catch on? Or do you mean when you do catch on? When you don't catch on, he has no reason to get frustrated, because that was the point, right? If he manipulates you and you don't catch on, then it was successful. Oh, okay. Don't catch on? He wouldn't get frustrated if you don't catch on. If you don't catch on to his manipulation, then you are successfully getting manipulated. You know, because that was the point, for you to not acknowledge it and not understand that you're being manipulated. So that's good for him. Now, if you do catch on and then he finds out, or you start showing reluctance, then he gets frustrated. I meant when you don't, sorry. When you don't successfully get manipulated. So he'll do one of the few things, right? So what he does, you have to understand that what a manipulator does to get you is what they also do when you try to leave. No, lo siento. No, but here's what happens. So think about it. Most manipulators and narcissists, what they do is they go hard for you, right? You start putting up these boundaries, you start putting up these walls, and they still chase you, right? That's what happens in a lot of cases. Eventually, you give in. Now, you have to understand the initial journey here was to keep going for you no matter how much you said no, because you invalidated them, right? So they had to find a way to get to you anyway. And it's not because they actually like you. That's where a lot of us are getting confused. We confuse persistence with actually liking us. Like we're that special that someone would be overly persistent to the point they lose all their integrity. That's a very rare case. In most cases, guys are doing that because they don't care. They are unhinged. So when they get to a point that they finally get you, then they start showing you stuff, right? Now I got you, I showed you things, now you're bought in. Now you're consistent, now you're committed. Once you get committed, once you get played, right? Because now you're played. Once you're in, I got you. Then they start turning into the person they really are. All of a sudden, commitment doesn't seem as nice. All of a sudden, I'm not as consistent when I text you. I'm not as consistent when I call you. Certain behaviors just aren't really as, because you're expecting that same, I'm going to say it, unrealistic, persistent energy to keep going after he got you. That's not realistic. That's why he chills out. So then he chills out after he gets you, and then you're like, oh, well, you start automatically blaming yourself. You start questioning. You're like, what happened? I thought we were on this road. Then he says, oh, okay. She's starting to wake up. She's starting to notice that I was not really being real with her. So then if you start to pull back or if you start to question him, he's got two choices. One, let you go because that's really not who he is. Or number two, play the game again. As soon as you start to drift off, as soon as you start to gain respect for yourself and realize you don't deserve this, now I got to reel you back in. So I got two ways to do that. I can either run after you again, apologize, say I'm going to change, do everything possible, get you back in, play nice for 2 to 3 weeks, and then turn back into who I am. Or number two, I can trigger you and make you the problem. You're asking for too much. You didn't do XYZ. You didn't do this. You were the bad person. You're the one that's too much. You're the one that's not great. So what you do, if he love bombs you again after you try to leave, you start to think, well, maybe he wants it. Maybe he is changing. Maybe he does. And then he flips on you. Or if he tries to trigger you, then you start to say, oh, well, I'm going to argue. I'm going to teach him a lesson. And then in that lesson of me proving him wrong, he's going to learn. That's not true. Because the reality is that he's not arguing with you. Thank you, MZ. Thank you for the heart. He's not arguing with you because he actually means what he says. Thank you, MZ, again for the rose. He's arguing with you because he wants you to stay. It's a mind trick. It's reverse psychology, right? It's like when you're in an argument and you're gaining leverage, right? Like this argument is actually working. What you're saying actually makes sense. And then I say, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm going to leave. And then I start walking out the door and you run after me. Oh, no, don't go. Got you. Now you're fighting for me. Now I got you. Now you're fighting for me. See, the whole point was to change. MZ, damn! I don't even know what that is. She got some aquatic life going on in here. That was amazing. So, yes. But see, here's what happens. And this is going to trigger a lot of y'all online today. But I'm doing it with love because somebody got to do it. The more you come back after he disrespects you, the more you come back after he drops the ball, and he's changed his behaviors, the more that you slide back in, after 2 to 3 times, it's over. Your level of respect is gone. You will never be respected again. Because now I've perfectly created a dynamic where you will always be working for this and I'm gonna be sitting pretty. So that's when I normally tell people, that's why you gotta leave. Because once you don't have respect in a relationship, it's over. You have to be respected in order for it to work. If you are not respected, it will not work. Because then they're never gonna take your words seriously. Hey, Elise. Elise Michaels is on here, baby. But don't want to lose self-respect. Never mind, respect out the door, time to move on. Yeah, see, that's the thing. So for example, I've dated, women that were like some of the guys that you ladies have dated. And I was in it. I had one woman that used to invalidate me in a way that she knew touched on my insecurity, right? Because I spent a lot of time with the social media stuff and with coaching and with the business. So it's important to me that I'm maintaining that, standard. So what she would do is when things didn't go her way or when she had a problem that made no sense, and I didn't respond the way that she wanted me to, not harshly, but just not the way that she wanted me to. She would immediately say, "You're not who you say you are." And I would be like, what? That used to blow my mind. I was like, wait a minute. How is that even possible? And I would actually start arguing. I would be like, how am I not who I say I am? I did X, Y, Z. I did X, Y, Z, A, B, C. I'm sitting here explaining myself. She won. She got me. Because she got me to feel defensive. I told the client earlier, the way manipulators get you is by lowering your guard, right? We have to lower your guard. Do you know how to get your guard? Rocky, what's up, Rocky? Rocky is a powerhouse. If y'all ever need to start a business and you want to learn your niche, go ahead and get on down to Rockyville because let me tell you, she got the juice. Man, I see her. That's the next up and coming Tony Robinson. Well, better. We're going to go bigger, right? I said that online. I don't care. So anyway, when you What was I saying, y'all? Oh, yeah. So she got me. So I'm going to tell you how she got me. So then she got me. And I was like, damn. See, when people want to lower your guard, thank you, Rocky. When people want to lower your guard, same, likewise. Sometimes they make you defensive, right? They make you attack. That's one of the ways to get you to lower your guard. If I have a shield and I'm a gladiator, right? Let's say I don't know what this is. A shield. We're going to use my phone case. It's looking a little ratchet. Okay, leave me alone. So I got a shield and I got a sword, right? So let's say I got the sword and I'm like, okay, I got to defend myself. What do I do to get you to lower the guard, right? I make you think you have to attack. So I say something and I make you want to attack me. See? So now look what happened. I lowered my guard. Some narcissistic manipulators will get you to lower your guard by making you feel like you have to go on the attack. You're not protecting yourself if you're just worried about hurting me. So now when you attack me, I can finally get you. I can get you with a low blow. And now you don't even know how to put your guard back up. Now you're struggling, but I already got you, baby. See, words, verbal, is just like a boxing match. So that's what they do. He lowered my guard with his self-pity. Yes, a lot of us will use self-pity to make you lower your guard. If you pride yourself on being an empathetic person, the second we start saying the woe is me story, and then you go for it, gotcha. You actually believe me? See, that's where you messed up. So that's what I'm saying. So when she did that to me, I knew her game now, right? I knew her game. I was like, oh, you got me. Damn, that sucks. You made me defend myself. So you know what I did? After that, I waited because I know she's going to do it again. See, the problem with me is that, listen, I'm not perfect, but I'm quick on recovery, right? Oh, you hit me, low blow, damn. But now I know you hit me there because you don't have but so many tricks. So let me find out your trick, and then I'm gonna challenge it. So then she did it to me again one day. She was like, hey, I forgot, it was a fight about something, it was something stupid. And then she said it to me again. You're not who you say you are. I can't believe I believed you. And I was like, yeah, that's crazy. She was like, huh? I was like, yeah, why believe me? Right? I'm not who I say I am. Damn. Should have been better, right? Well, yeah, because I feel like you were just saying all this, but that's not exactly who you are. Maybe I'm not. Anyway, where we going today? She was like, what? See, that's what you got to do. That throws them off, right? Because they're expecting you to respond to that. When you don't respond, they're like, what? Yeah, nah. I've actually had someone say that, well, Xavier, you must have cheated. You're a cheater. You don't even know me. But see, what am I going to do? Sit there and defend myself? No, I'm not a cheater because I could prove it. I ain't got time to get worked up for you. So you know what I'm going to do? You're a cheater. Yeah, I cheated so many times, man. Horrible. Oh, man, damn. So many broken hearts because of my cheating. That's what you got to do. You just agree with them. In fact, take what they say and blow it up, right? Oh, well, you're a cheater. You're right. I've cheated on every single person, right? Every single person. I love to cheat. They're going to be like, see, I knew it. Yeah, you know so much, right? You know so much about me. God, you're a genius. You're such a genius. That's what you got to do. How do I deal with their self-pity? Just don't respond? No, you're going to need a session with me. There's something else that's happening there. That's not a simple answer. Because there is something in you that's responding to false self-pity. We need to talk. So, like I said, if you want a one-on-one with me, if you want to join my group, go ahead and get in my DMs. Get on in. Slide in. I'm playing. See, this is how you know I had coffee. That was a good comeback for her. Yeah, well, it threw her completely off. It threw her completely off. She had nothing else to say. You know, and that's just how it works. Like, that's how it works with most of these people. I had a client that it happened with her earlier. The dude was like, "Oh, I gotta tell you something," and he's crazy. So then she was like, "Okay, well, I don't really want to hear it." Like, she's upset, and he's like, "I bet." She's like, "What?" He said, "Yeah, I bet." She said, "Well, why are you saying that?" He's like, "Cause you don't care." He's like, "See, you never cared. You don't even love me." Well, yes, I do. I love you because, oh gosh, woo. That's how the game is. Like, honestly, back when I used to manipulate, I'm not proud of it, by the way. I'm not saying this with pride. I'm saying this when I'm crying on the inside because I hate it. The way I would get your attention is by arguing with you about something that's not true. You'll be sitting there talking about something that's completely normal. Oh, well, fruits are better than, eating that candy because candy has, way too much sugar. It's got preservatives. It spikes your insulin. It's a leading cause of. I'll be like, no, that's not true. Fruits are actually really good. No, I would say candy's actually really good for you. I think there's something wrong with you. And then they'll go like, what? That's not true. And I'll be like, well, prove it to me. How is that not true? Then before you know it, you're fully engaged. You're giving me all this information, right? You're just sitting there spewing out all of this stuff. And I'm like, yeah. And then I'll take you one level lower. Well, you know what? Maybe you're just saying that because maybe you just like fruits and you want everyone else to like it. That's the truth. And then she'll be sitting there just going in. That's not true. I'm really passionate now. I'm like, gotcha. And then you know what I do? I'll make her feel love again. You know what? I was totally wrong. You had a good point. I don't know what I was thinking. Now I've made you feel a roller coaster in less than a minute. Come on. Now you think we have chemistry. Oh, Xavier, we have chemistry. We sure do. Advice on men that use breaking up as punishment when they're mad, but then are back months later. You getting tricked. You getting tricked. Advice, don't date them. What are you dating a man like that for? You want a marriage like that? See, one way to avoid manipulation? Ask yourself, would you want a marriage like this? Do you want a marriage with a guy that does stuff like that? Do you want to have kids with a man that does stuff like that? If you don't feel like this man is husband material or father material, and let's say even if you don't want kids, ask yourself if you were to have kids, would he be your type, right? Would he be the man that you could see yourself spending forever with? When you can't say that, that's how you know. And we are rocking on this live today. Like, this live is going up. I appreciate all of you. I just want to say thank you on Instagram and on TikTok. On TikTok, we are consistently at over 70 people on here. And I know it's over 1,000 based on the way the numbers really go. But I just want to tell y'all all, I love you. I appreciate you. You're amazing. You're awesome. You are loved. You deserve all the happiness and greatness that's coming to you. And I'm so glad that I'm able to be here to translate this to you because I'm going to make sure you win, okay? And I'm going to make sure that you get what you deserve, you get what you need, and that you get only happiness because that's what I'm here for, right? To break up all of this stuff. We're going to win, right? That's why we're supportive of each other. I give to you, you give to me. That's what it's supposed to look like, okay? And let me tell you something, ladies. It's not supposed to be this hard. It's not supposed to be this hard. It's not supposed to feel like, should I call him? Should I not? Should I text him? Should I not? I don't know if I can say this. I don't know if it's going to be too much. I don't know if he's going to act like this or be like that. I'm afraid to talk about commitment because what if he's not ready? What if he says I'm too much? I'm afraid to talk about how I really feel because what if he takes it the wrong way? What if he lashes out? What if he does X, Y, Z? You shouldn't have to feel like that. What are you talking about? That's crazy. Why is it so difficult? Dang. If a guy really is good for you, you should be able to feel easy. This should feel a lot easier. I'm not saying it's gonna be perfect, but this shit is easy. You know what I'm saying? They're making it hard. You don't need this. Yo, let me tell you something. It's a general statement. Life is hard enough, y'all. Life is hard enough. We got enough going on with these bills, girl. I just found out they got 80,000 preservatives in the food I've been eating over the last 20 years. Probably got something brewing in there. That's probably why I have digestion issues now, right? On top of that, the heat is bad this year. You know, gotta get these car payments done. Like, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna work working out into my 9 to 5. And then make social time with my friends, because I don't want to be a potato, but I want to meet someone, but I don't want to leave the house. Yo, we got enough problems. And now we got men out here that are not talking to you correctly? Nah, son. I don't think I'm ready for a session yet. Why not? You scared? You scared? Because you know I'm going to keep it real. What are the best signs to know that somebody is cheating on you? Honestly, I actually walked through an entire chart with my class last week to tell you how you know if a guy is potentially going to cheat on you. I can tell you, I know exactly how to get you. I can tell you when you're about to get cheated on. More than likely, where it wouldn't be shocking if you're going to get cheated on. You want to know what it most likely looks like? You'll have to sign up for the class. Because I walked through an entire chart. I made a whole chart and I made bullet points when you go there. I need a session. Gonna log out to send a DM. Yeah, go ahead. Look, I'm on this right now. What time is it? Oh no, we on here. Another hour or two. We're going in today. So here's what you can do. While you're on here, send me a DM and I'll get you the information to start working with me while we're on here. So this is how you know I'm ready to work quickly. It's so much. So, better get it sooner than later. That's where it's saved. Hey, I'll send it. Hold on. I'll send it after live. So I'll send you, I got you, Cindy. Interested in working with you? Yes, let's go. You DM me while you're on here. I'm looking at my phone now to see who's in this. Who's in the group? Who wants to know how to know when you're about to get cheated on? Absolutely. Let's go. Send me your number. I'm telling you, I'm replying while I'm on here. We still sitting at 60, 70 people. Let's go. Hey, do you want to... Almost done. The class is great, very uplifting and eye-opening. It's therapy, like accessible without feeling like you went therapy, life changer. Thank you so much. I gotta tell you, all of you that are in the group, that are making reviews on here. I just want to say thank you, because I know that, we get in a group. You don't have to do this. You don't have to get on and leave me a review, and you choose to do it. And I appreciate y'all so much. You don't even know. Like, that goes to show me that what we're building outside of social media is something real, right? Because there's only but so much I can do on here. I know a cheater when I see one. Usually, if they've cheated on all their past partners, chances are they're going to cheat on you. Well, that's one of them, right? Why am I so scared to set boundaries, to say how I feel and my wants? I am afraid they will leave because you prioritize their presence over your needs. So here's what's going to happen. Since you're not setting boundaries, they're going to step on your boundaries. And that's going to be the nature of your relationship. So until you get to a point that you put yourself as a priority, that you believe that you deserve to feel safe, then you're going to have to keep dealing with that. How do you heal from narcissistic abuse from my ex-partner? You're going to have to send me a DM to work with me. If you want to work, that's going to be a lot because we're going to have to figure out how you got there. So what I would recommend is that if you haven't, send me a DM saying you want to work together and we can get a session and I'll get you into the group. He's good for therapy in general too, as well as relationships. I left my last therapist for Xavier. Thank you. With phones and all this stuff, it's hella hard to date nowadays. I think back then people appreciate each other's company and time was it all they had. Words that should be said are written. So I do think that dating had a little bit of a flair back in the day, right? There was a different flair to it. Would I say that dating is harder now? I don't think that it's harder. I think that people are not honest. See, the thing is, back then, I think people appreciated honesty a little bit more, right? So people are lying more and they have ways to get what they want more now. See, back then they didn't have as many options. Like when you were dating, you only had proximity. So you had in the city, in the town, you only had one phone in the whole house. So you couldn't talk to like 20 people if you wanted to. It was kind of hard to be a player, if it was back in the day, right? Now you just gave people more to work with, more opportunities to get attention, more opportunities to talk to multiple people. You could have a whole boyfriend and girlfriend and be talking to 10 other people through all of these dating apps and texting, right? You don't even have to make room for it. You can just send a text nowadays. So I think that it gave people more room to be more to lie. But at the same time, people's character is very revealing. Even though they're out here messing with different people, dating around, not taking it serious, their character is still there. Their character is still messed up. So you can see the character. Because I would argue people with really good character don't really find a need to act like this. You know what I'm saying? They don't find value in it because it's a lot. I got to play all these people. I got to text 10 different people. People normally with better character hate doing all of that. It's a lot of work. It's time consuming. On top of that, we got other stuff we have to take care of. I want one person that I can love, that I can trust, and it's just so much easier, right, than going through all these games. Healed from the narc, but I could use a session on dating help. Yeah, Nicole, and I got the course. Send me a DM. Those of you that are sending me DMs, I'm replying to you now. I make room. Nah. All right, let's see. Phones are just a tool. Exactly. Phones are just a tool. And it's people will say dating apps ruined this generation, right? Dating apps ruined it. Corn ruined it, right? Dating apps, texting ruined it. No, the people used it wrong. Whoever invented texting, that was a great invention, right? I could be in the middle of something or I could be tied up and I could send you a quick text to let you know that I'm good. I can send you my location. That was a great invention. What? Back in the day, if a family member went out for a drive and they got into an accident or something happened, there was almost no way to get back to you unless they went all the way to the hospital. You know, like let's say something happened and they got into a mini accident, right? And they didn't get hurt. They didn't get seriously hurt, but they had to stop for a while. You're thinking, I'm at home, all I have is a house phone. But they can just text you and say, hey, sweetie, I got into a little bit of an accident. You know what I mean? So it was a great invention. The problem is the way people are using it. People are not using it the correct way because people, just like in most situations, you give them an inch and they take a mile. It's like, hey, we're supposed to use this for convenience and for the occasional chat. Okay, wait a minute. I could talk to like 20 people and tell all of them that I love them and get emotional reciprocation and play with all of their feelings. That wasn't what it was meant for. My friend doesn't have Instagram. Are you live on other platforms right now? She listens to me but needs to hear you. I'm on TikTok and I'm live on Facebook as well. And I'm on YouTube. I'm live on YouTube. So if she goes to my YouTube channel, which is also Xavier Tainment, she'll see this live. Or if she goes to my Facebook or TikTok. So I'm live on 4 platforms. I feel bad for the people on Facebook because I never see their stuff. I'm about to get a flip phone. You're taking it old school. Let's go, baby. If this new guy who realized he failed to manipulate me when he blocked me and I showed him a cold reaction, if he tries to get in touch again, what's the best way to kill his ego? See, why are you trying to kill the ego of somebody who's already playing games? That shows that you're no better. I'm just letting you know. If you're trying to fight fire with fire, then that's proving that you are no better than him. You're trying to kill his ego and he showed you how bad he was. So he tried to get you manipulated and now you're trying to manipulate him back? You're not even doing, that's not authentic. You're not the type of person to try to go and kill someone's ego. You recognized his crazy, and instead of walking away, you're like, let me do something crazy back. You're not going to win. That's the problem. There is no winning. It's all losing. The second he gets you to change your character, that's when you lost. He won again. So you think you're getting revenge, but you're really showing that you're more manipulated than you'd like to be. Because now you're having reactions just for him. You're making him the center of your world right now. You're making him so important. I got to figure out a way to kill his ego. I'm going to spend all night on this. You're just showing him how important he is. And then guess what? He's going to do it again. And then you're going to be back in the loop. Your way to get back at him is to put yourself first. I didn't change as a manipulator until I got left. Once women started to leave me, I was like, damn, I need to go somewhere. But let me tell you something. If those women didn't leave me, I'd still be out here. Because I would have gotten validated. Why change if I'm still getting what I want? But I'm going to tell you that I'm hurting. I'm hurting so much. Oh, woe is me. If he's sexting another girls from a website cheating, what? Wait, he's sexting? Like he's having sexual text messages to other girls on a website and you're asking if that's cheating if you're in a relationship? Oh, if there weren't defined rules, but we were dating 1.5 years and he denies. No, this is on you. This is on you. Why are you in a relationship with someone for 1.5 years and there are no defined rules? Why would you even let it get that far? Because the fact that it got that far is the first red flag for both of you. Because that means that it's still free game. He's still open to go and see who he wants to see and date who he wants without having to worry about anything about you catching up on him because he's not accountable to you for over 1 year. So now you're like, Why are you doing that on a website? No, because you never solidified it. He never solidified it. Nobody made any rules. So it's free game. He can go out and have a girlfriend on you, and there's nothing you could say about it. The fact that you let it go on that long is the initial challenge here. These games are exhausting, but it's the games we allow. A lot of us could literally say, I can get up and get out. Too much, I'm done. Stage left. But we don't. Because our feelings, because of what we believe, because we want hope and all this potential. Like, we could literally just walk away. You do realize that, right? No one's tying you to a chair in their house and saying you have to stay here. Oh, but I don't like the way that it feels. So you like being in here? Like, I mean, you get my point. But the point is, yes, the games, trust me, the games are exhausting, but we choosing them. We choosing them. Every day that you are in this situation, every second of every day that you are entertaining the situation is a choice. It is a choice, because I got to point at that screen and point at this screen. I wish I had one camera that could embody all the screens, but TikTok and Instagram got to make it complicated. I realize my issues with my exes stem from my mother. That's true. You know what? That happens to a lot of people. My issues with my relationship stem from my parents too. That's a lot of people. I would say that's most people. Parents or childhood, trauma. You helped me heal so much over the last 4 years, ending an 11-year relationship. Appreciate you. Thank you. ¿Hablas español? No, I don't know any español, but Fatima is helping me. How to respond? He gonna learn. Oh, that got me. That made me laugh. He's constantly insults me. Then he's like he loves me out of his toxic. He doesn't get it. Oh, he gets it. Oh, he gets it. Trust me. He gets every bit of that. And you're just, he gets it. But if you want to know more, send me a DM. How to respond to someone in a committed relationship flirting with you. You don't. You don't. You don't respond. Minimal to zero response. If they're flirting with you, like, how would they flirt with you? If they say anything direct like, hey, I thought you were cute, appreciate that, I am in a relationship. It's that simple. Well, hey, I was just getting to know you. Oh, that's cute. Hey, I'm with someone and I'm not really looking for that. But thank you. Oh, well, I like this food. Yeah, my boyfriend likes it. Like, let me tell you, the number one way that I've seen, like, some ladies reject dudes without, like, being overt about it is they'll insert their boyfriend into the conversation. Yeah, me and my boyfriend were just talking about this. Like, when that's happened to me, I was like, damn. We'll be sitting there talking, yeah, and I like this. Yeah, my boyfriend likes it too. What? Care about your boyfriend? Forget your boyfriend. Should a guy choose where you go on the first date, or is it lazy to make the girl make all the decisions? I don't think it matters, right? As a guy, as a traditional guy, I personally choose where to go. That's just because that's how I was raised. But I don't think it makes you any less of a guy. But if one person, here's what I would put it, taking out gender, right? If one person is making all the decisions and the other person is not actively participating, then what is that about? You know what I mean? Like, I think both parties should do a pretty decent job of being mutually, mutual effort, showing mutual effort. So, would I say it's lazy? I would say it's definitely showing a lack of effort. What is this? Forget your boyfriend. Why hasn't he proposed? Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. When I hear women tell me, "Oh, this guy's been with me for over a year or 2 years and not married," I'm like, if you believe in that, but for me, I'm like, nah, man. I know within 6 months, baby. I know within 6 months. A situationship, no, 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 no. I see. I wouldn't date someone for longer than 3 months without calling a relationship. Like, because then what's the point? Am I just gonna keep messing around? No, man. We need some. We need to create a construct here. Like, what are we doing? What does this mean? I know in 3 months, probably less than that. I should clarify, we were childhood friends. We didn't have a lot of rules about sexting, but he said he was committed to just me. He used to be a swinger. However, he said he got everything out of his system. But, I mean, if he said he was committed to just you, did you say that you were exclusive from everyone? I mean, because what does commitment mean if he said that then? Do you have to outwardly say that includes don't flirt with someone else? He's a swinger, so that sounds like he's not monogamous, right? He's not fully monogamous. If he's willing to sleep with someone else while he's married, I'm not saying that that's a bad, not judging, but he was already that type of person. So you know what? I take that back. Maybe if he was a swinger, he might look at sex a little bit differently from you, right? Because some people don't view sex as that big of a deal. I'm gonna just tell you straight up. Some people don't look at it as, oh my God, emotional bonding, spirits colliding. Some people don't look at it like that. Some people are like, it's an activity, it's exercise, right? Or it feels good, but it's like eating food, right? So if you didn't know that about him, or if you didn't take that into consideration, then maybe that's something you need to cover. Or a way to cope, exactly. Some people, not everybody looks at sex the same way. And I think that people should be more honest about that too. People need to be honest about how they look at sex. Because I think a lot of people say the same thing, but then they get cheated on so easy and they're like, how am I getting cheated on? But it's like, and then that person that cheated may not be in love with that person. They just were being dumb, right? Like, it's not measured the same for everybody. A swinger, hell nah. What about AIDS? Some people are not that concerned. If we're gonna be real, we're gonna be as straightforward as it gets on here, baby. Some people don't give a damn. But also, a lot of people think that if you use condoms correctly or you have some kind of penicillin shot, that it's less likely that you would get it. But if you go to Texas and go to Houston, Texas, and go to those clinics, I could tell you for a fact, there are a lot of people in there that are getting diseases every week, okay? They passing out diseases like candy nowadays. People don't care. So I know that was a lot for some of us on here. I'm in Atlanta, and it's crazy. The HIV outbreak in Atlanta is insane. Atlanta has so much HIV, it's not even funny. Like, I looked at the statistics, I was like, God, what are y'all doing, baby? What? How do y'all have time to even eat? We are in Jamaica, and yes, we have the same issues here. Jamaica go crazy too? Ah, Lord, baby. You're on 2 live streams. Girl, I'm on 4. What we talking about? We're talking about STDs. We're talking about how people look at sex. And I said that there are a lot of people that don't look at it the way that a lot of society has tried to play it off. A lot of society says, "Oh, well, if you're doing it, it's a soul tie, it's bonding, it's something, significant," which it is to a lot of people. I agree. There are a lot of people that think of it that way. But there are also people who don't think of it that way. And it was to answer the question earlier to the young lady who said that she dated a dude who's a swinger, and apparently she has to make these rules for him where she tells him, "Oh, you can't sext." But see, that's probably, and then I was like, well, why would you even have to say that? But then I thought about it and I was like, he was already a swinger. So he's probably thinking there's nothing wrong with a little flirting, right? If you're already a swinger, if you already do that kind of stuff, then maybe you're looking at this as not the worst thing. Then there are people who are like, I would never cheat. Cheating is the worst thing ever. I just like to be bonded to my one person, solely monogamous, spirit tie, soul tie, all of that. So even talking to a person the wrong way is against code, right? So yeah, I think that she might have gotten a guy that just views sex a little bit differently than she does. Yep, HPV and STD are common, and HIV to an extent. Yep, that is very true. Welcome to the US. No, it happens outside the US too, but I'm just saying. Yeah, it's rampant out here. Wrap it up. No one's using condoms anymore, by the way. ah. Sex is a spirit that should be done correctly with your husband and a wife. So that is what is often said in religion and in society and in a lot of context. I'm not disagreeing with it, but there's a lot of people that don't believe that, and there's a lot of people that don't have that same feeling and don't share that. So what we need to do as people who do believe that and who stick to it is we have to try to make sure we understand who people are and ask ourselves if that's something that we can deal with. Because what you want to do is understand who you're up against, right? And judging one thing as worse than the other just because you don't personally like it, that is a double standard. That's hypocrisy. Well, most U.S. citizens come to Jamaica, especially spring break, and go look man and woman. So yeah. Yeah, they do. They do. Well, that's a darn problem. No condoms. I would say the problem is discipline. But yeah, no. People don't use condoms. I see, for me, I'm like, and we're not going to talk about my personal life, but for me, I'm like, is it really that bad that I can't just wait until we're like in a relationship and then get each other tested? Like, I mean, I got test results. I'll throw it at your head, right? So I want a topic. What if someone gives you an STD? How do you tell them? Immediately. If someone gave me an STD, yo, that phone call is going crazy. I'm ringing your phone off the hook. You did not just burn me. That's crazy. I'm telling them. And then I'm asking them, when is the last time they got tested? I want to see. Because I want to see if they knew. Because if they knew and they didn't tell me, guess who's getting arrested? How does someone discern the difference between a narcissist and someone who exhibits similar traits because of having borderline personality disorder? Borderline personality disorder usually is self-harm, right? Self-harm is one of the main things you'll see. So borderline personality disorder is like self-destructive, right? Narcissists don't really self-destruct. They kind of like keep themselves good. They will sabotage a relationship and other people, but they keep themselves in a good light. So that's maybe where there's a little bit of a difference, right? Because BPD is more like, I'm going to hurt myself. Sexual disease is real. Sex addiction is real. So sex is one of those things that falls into the category of most vices, right? So like gluttony, right? People get addicted to food. Food can be an addiction, right? Alcohol can be an addiction. Drugs can be an addiction. These are things that are often looked at as, something we do, but also a vice, right? Some people are more prone to getting addicted to certain things more than the other, right? Like I have had alcohol. I do not get addicted to alcohol at all. Alcohol does not affect me. Like, I'll feel good and everything if I do drink it, but I'm not like, gotta have a drink, like it doesn't get to me. Food. Food. Food has an effect on me that it doesn't make sense. Food has such a chokehold on me. Like, I romanticize about food sometimes, right? I romanticize about it. I'll look at a video of someone cooking and I will feel like I'm losing my mind if I don't get it. Like, more than any alcohol or sex that I've ever seen, you show me a good plate of food, I say I can't even contain myself, man. Like, that's how I know. It's like understanding which vice gets you to a bad place, right? When it becomes an addiction is when you can't control yourself. When you become compulsive, when you feel like it's everything to you, when you feel like you're dropping things or it's becoming unhealthy, it's getting in the way of your life, that's when you know like you might have an addiction. And then you know you have an addiction because you keep denying it. I could lose weight anytime. I do that. When I get like real big, like if I eat too much and I see myself getting big, and then I'll be like, oh, I'm not even big. Meanwhile, I'm buying like XL, XXL, and I'm like just seeing these sizes go up. I'll be lying to myself about this. Like, oh, I could work out anytime. I could lose weight easy. And then I just it's not even that much. It's got like 15 carbs? You can eat like 10 of these. It's okay to have one donut. Hey, it's okay to just have one donut. One slice of cake ain't gonna hurt nobody. Then before you know it, I get through that one slice and I'm like, one more slice won't hurt. I'm gonna work out tomorrow. I don't work out tomorrow. Like, that's when like it's we're going into addiction. We're going into addiction, baby. Food has actually been programmed to make you addicted to it. Food has been programmed to make you addicted to it. They put so much sugar in it. They put so much sugar in it. The sugar triggers the same part of your brain as cocaine. So it's literally an addictive part of your brain. They are hoping that you get addicted to it. Right? So what they try to do is they try to put ingredients in it. Like there was chicken that I found the other day and they had put seasoning in it, right? And I was like, pre-seasoned chicken, let's go. I'm looking at the ingredients, sucrose. Like, why are they putting freaking sugar in the chicken? Because they're trying to make me addicted. It said artificial sugars too. Yeah, 100%. Artificial sugars are the worst. Man-made sugar, oh my God. Because they send your brain into a frenzy. They're like 0 calorie, you'll never gain weight. But your body has such a monumental reaction inside of it, it's almost you might as well just have regular sugar. You're better off with that. Only in the USA. You might have a point. You might have a point, because every time I leave the USA, I went to Thailand, I went to Colombia, I went to Mexico. How come I can eat all the food and it digest properly? I could have milk in other countries. In the US, I'm lactose intolerant. What's that about? Why am I lactose intolerant in the US? But the second I go to another country, I can drink it. Dang, they restricted my life. See, this is what happens when I start talking about stuff. They restricted my TikTok live. It's still working, but it's an age limit now because I've said too much. I said too much. See, this is why you have to join my group. Join my group, because the second I start saying too much truth, they're like, cut him. Cut them. I see it happen on my posts too. Like sometimes I'll post something that has some really good information. And then they're like, oh, no. Done. My views are like 2. I'm like, bro. But like I said, if you want to join the group, if you want to join the Wednesday night group, go ahead and send me a DM. Send me a DM. Also, if you want a one-on-one with me to start, send me a DM. I'm sending messages back to you guys that are sending me messages. I'm sending DMs right now. I'm in my DMs, baby, before they take me off. Did y'all, hold on. Let me send this real quick. Let's talk. Let's do it. I love the energy in these DMs today. See, ladies, I'm sorry that we already got a bunch of people. So looks like might have taken up booking for the weekend, but we always have next week. So for those of you that have DM'd me on Instagram, I have sent you messages back. Let me go to TikTok. These stories from women are heartbreaking. Yes, they are. I'm going to TikTok now. Oh my goodness. There's so much happening in the DMs. Oh, okay. Eat healthy. Yep. Can't send DM unless you follow is what it says. That's so annoying. Hold on, I'll send you a DM right now. Stay on, everybody. Just go ahead and reply to this. What is your page? Designed by Salvation? I followed you back and I sent a message. Boom. Hey, we are doing this. Okay, let's see. I want a real answer. Then DM me. This is okay when you're young, you grow older, you regret all the madness you did. Not everybody. Not everybody will regret it. They're poisoning us. Yes, they are. I recently found out that my boyfriend cheated on me with 3 women. He was sexually active with all of them. Wow. What are you going to do? The first thing I would do is get tested. I would get tested. What are you going to do? If I found out I was getting cheated on with like 3 other people, I would be like, man, the clinic is looking real sexy right now. Like, that's crazy. I'd be so upset. Oh my God. You said you did that? What are you gonna do? You gonna stay with him? You gonna stay? I confronted him with the results. Did you catch something? Did you catch something? Damn. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that you caught something. Wow. Wow. Damn. Who is calling me? Yeah, she did. She said, yeah, it's a wrap. That sucks. Yes, it does suck. She said, yeah, it's a wrap. I'm really sorry that happened to you. Like, imagine being secure in a relationship and you catch something anyway. You know, this is when I would almost feel compelled to, like, I don't know. I feel like I would be super toxic after that. You in a relationship with me and you give me an STD? Yo, bro, what? And on top of that, so that means he wasn't using condoms. He actually blamed you since I wasn't doing my blame me since I wasn't doing my job. It almost makes me think, like, what was he like before that happened? Was he always mean? Because that's some wild meanness that came out of nowhere. I am seeing a beautiful, beautiful man. He started being like this after a while. Beautiful, beautiful man, and I tell him how amazing he is all the time. However, he is elusive. What am I doing wrong? Well, what do you mean by elusive? Because the word elusive, is it like illusion? Like he's misleading? Oh, I think you mean like he's all over the place? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what you mean by that one. He's here and there. What are you doing wrong? You're being too consistent. If he's here and there, then you need to join it. Now let me ask you a question before you go with that. Did you sleep with him already? Someone said he's avoiding her. I can't. I'm so done with men and not being able to be honest or commit. You slept with him already? It's done. That's done. How long were y'all dating? Y'all not official, right? Y'all just dating? How long has it been? So done with men and not being able to be honest or commit. Me too, girl. Aloof. Yeah, I think that's what she meant. Aloof. 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 Aloof is a word I recognize. Like elusive, I've heard that once in the last 4 years. That was a good word though. Maybe that's not really who he is. He will continue to do that with everyone. Run. Hello. Hey Tammy. Maybe it's all an act. But here's what I can tell you. People don't put on acts for that long. I think that's one of the things in the dating community that we kind of struggle with is sometimes we can't tell which one is an act and which one is real. No, not official, but been seeing him for 4 months. It's already over. It's already over. Let me ask you, was he consistent before y'all slept together? I have chosen to be abstinent because of the inconsistency. Fair enough. Not an easy choice, but a choice. I'm happy that you're doing what is working for you. That's what matters. All right, back into it. No, that's crazy. Hey, good to see you, girl. Good to see you, Danny. We got Stephanie on here. Another two ladies who I have worked with. She didn't answer my question, man. She gone. I'm playing. Oh, she's here. I'm sorry. I want to laugh a little at myself. I wanted him, got him for a minute, and I'd like to keep him. What? But see, that's the thing. Your mindset is like, I want to keep him, right? Like, does he want to keep you? Because you might be on one page saying, I want to keep him, but he might be on another page like, I'm just trying to have, he's beautiful. So, does beautiful tuck you in at night? Is beautiful gonna protect you or help make you feel safe or, do the things that a quality partner needs to do? I mean, hey, if all you need is beauty, but someone could treat you badly, then this is the perfect situation. If beauty is your only requirement, then let him be as aloof as he wants to be, and he'll come around when he comes around. But if you're asking for more, then that's the problem, right? Is that I think that the way you're thinking is in terms of what you want, and you found someone that had the beauty standard that you were looking for, and then you gave them what they wanted, but it looks like it's not a mutual thing. He doesn't treat me badly. He is a beautiful person. I didn't say, okay, so let me backtrack. I'm not saying he treated you badly. You said he is elusive, right? He's here and there, but it's only been here's the number one thing. It's only been 4 months. What if that's just how he is? You know what I mean? Like, what if that's just him? Maybe you're taking it as elusive because you want him so bad. So you're hoping that he matches your way. And because he's not moving the same way you are, it's throwing you off, which is a little bit like, controlling. Because it's like, okay, well, if I don't, or it could be a form of like insecurity. Like, oh, well, I did this, this, and this. And see, sometimes, I'm going to let you know, sometimes when we sleep with people, if we're the type of person that bonds through sex, sometimes we start acting different because now we've bonded on another level. And sometimes we want them to change the way that they act. So it's a risk when you sleep with people, especially if you don't know them that well. Because if they don't take it as seriously as you do, see, here's the thing. For example, when you're casually dating someone, normally it's a little inconsistent, right? Normally it's a little bit inconsistent. So then you sleep with them and you're thinking to yourself, we should be next level now. I've done everything. I've given you the prize. You should be showing me, right, more. But then they don't. They stay the same inconsistent. So now you're saying to yourself, well, they're inconsistent. But now it's almost like there's an expectation that they should be different. They're acting the same way that they've been acting. But you see it as different probably because you've done things that you thought would cause a difference in their behavior. It's the same thing as those guys who try to use money to get women to act a certain way. Well, if I buy her this date, she should want to see me again. If I start buying her things, if I spend money on every occasion, she should want me more. It's almost like trying to buy your way ahead of the line. So that's what happens sometimes. What about if it goes from consistent to inconsistent? Then you have to ask yourself, it really does depend. If you're in the dating zone where you're just dating and getting to know each other, then there's really, all you can do is look at how they act and judge it for yourself. Because even though they might be inconsistent to you, they might be consistent to someone else, right? So if they seem consistent at first in the beginning, but it's only the first 2 or 3 months, maybe 4 at the most, and then they go to inconsistent, that's not really enough time to fully know who they are for real. Like in most cases, that's not enough. I mean, that's enough to kind of tell a little bit, right? To tell enough, but this might be a part of their personality. People can make so many changes within a month or two, right? So if it goes from consistent to inconsistent, I would call it out. But honestly, you might just be seeing who they really are. And if that's the case, then you got to get out. Because let me tell you, people will struggle not to be who they really are. If the person is a consistent person, that's who they are, right? If the person is an inconsistent person, that's who they are, especially to a particular person. So you're seeing them in their natural state. So that's what you have to ask yourself. Are you solidified on who they actually are? What is your take on the classic question of, can a man and woman just be friends? I'm unsure if I've been overly suspicious or not suspicious enough. I don't think most men can be friends with women. I think women can be friends with men, right? I think that a lot of men are too sexually driven and too worried about dating and being with them, and they have a hard time looking at them in another light. I think a lot of men because the thing is, the reality is men and women culture is kind of different, right? Like women, I've been in conversations with women where they spend 30 minutes talking about their hair. The color, the heating, the conditioner. Like I've been in this conversation and I had no idea what to say. So unless I'm a long-haired dude, I wouldn't know, right? Even if I was, it depends. Most guys wouldn't fall into that category. So that's one of the reasons why they might struggle to be just friends, right? Because it's like, I can't relate to you. So what sometimes happens is that they are attracted to the woman, so they fuel their friendship off of the attraction. And then that's when it's not genuine. Now, they can play friends, right? They can act like your friends. They can appear like your friend. But the reality is they're probably never truly your friend, because if it's a rainy day and you're like, hey, come over and do it, and they're like, yeah, then they're not your friend. I wonder about that. My BF all of a sudden has two new female besties. Yeah, he does all right. You might want to be careful. My husband, mother just passed for years. I allowed him to love bomb, and that didn't last. And I'm ready to heal. Pray for his healing. We have 5 children. Just got a restraining order yet. Okay. I think you sent me a DM. Looks like we'll have to work together. It puzzles me that people say, oh, he's a good man but cheats, or he's a good manipulator. How do those acts make him a good man? That's because they're lying to themselves. See, here's the thing, and this is I don't want to get canceled off this statement, but people can't admit to themselves that they dated a bad man or that they dated a bad person. Because think about it, if that's true, then they would have to admit that they're attracted to that type of person. So it's better to say it's a good person with bad qualities. No one's gonna admit I'm attracted, well, at least from what I've seen, a lot of people won't admit I'm attracted to a bad man. He's overall just a bad person, and I found a way to be attracted to him, because then that makes something wrong with them. It's almost like a lack of accountability in that aspect, right? I don't want to be accountable for making this bad choice. So instead of saying he's all the way bad, I'm going to make you realize there's still some good there, you know, because I don't want to seem like I'm crazy, but he just did bad things. Does it matter if we kiss each other goodbye and let each other know how we are during the day? Why? I don't know. I mean, if it's, oh, I know what happened. I know what happened. Because I was wondering why you were asking me these questions. You're done. You might want to talk to me, Desi. You might want to send me a DM, and you're going to want to talk to me because you got a problem right now. You don't even realize it. This dating situation might already be over, Desi. It's probably, and for those of you that are from my group, you know what I'm talking about. For those of you that are in my group, you know what I'm talking about. Desi might have hit the red line. Because I'm like, these questions sound so specific. You hit the red line, girl. You've been redlined. And you may not even know it. This dating situation might be over already. You don't want to tell him goodbye. You don't have to. She hit it. Yeah, right? Right? See, Fatima, she knows it. She was in class. She hit that red line. Because see, what happens is, and you know it. So for those of you who are in my group, because you're going to feel like I'm putting it past you, right? For those of you that are on here that are not in my group, you're going to totally miss this. She hit the red line because now she's looking at him from a different lens. Now she's measuring every behavior that she has because she hit it. Things that are normally normal are now abnormal. And what does that normally mean? That normally means that it's already over. You see how every behavior becomes magnified once you hit the red line. And if you want to learn more about the red line, about the tripwire theory, then I got you. I appreciate you too, Desi. You like him more than he likes you. Yep, from the group. And yes, see, you know, tripped all over it. Yeah. See, I'm so glad. Like, y'all don't know how happy y'all made me just now. Y'all don't know how happy y'all made me just now. You know, people who are in my group, they are all over here. They know exactly what I'm talking about. They can see it. See, what I've done is I've taken all those unknown behaviors, right, that happen during dating that throw people off, and I've simplified it in a way that everyone can understand, right? So you know exactly. So I don't even have to say what it is. I could just say red line, and everyone knows what's happening. They can deduce it. The mirror broke. Yep. See? You got to come to class, baby. Come to class. I'm telling you. We talk. I still have it recorded, so you can still watch it. You'll know exactly what happened. Everybody's like, what's the red line? You got to come to class to find out. It's a whole theory. I broke it down. I created it. And on top of that, everyone's seeing. So now people can see problems in front of their face where before it was hard to detect. The vase is shattered. You guys are awesome. Yes, they're all from the group. They're all in it. So come on, Desi, get you some. Send me a DM. But yeah, I hate to say it. It sounds like it might be over though. He lost respect. Yup. Dang, don't give her all the answers. No, don't give her all the answers. Like, no. y'all are getting too good at this. Y'all are getting too good. They know the answers. Hey, Carrie. They know that, that's so crazy that happened. Like all I said was red line and they knew all the answers. See? Yes. This is the army. We take it serious. I missed class, but I listened on my way home today. You saw the most recent one? You saw the most recent one, Carrie, with the red line? You learned about the tripwire theory? You're not alone and not crazy. Yes. We'll be in class on Wednesday. Yes. So you know what I mean when I say she tripped the red line, right? Yes, I did. And I was screaming at me. It was screaming at me. Yeah, no, I've done it too. You know how many times, let me tell you, back in the day, I was a red line tripper, girl. I was tripping that red line like I would be 2 dates in and I would trip the red line. How affordable all your classes? Very. They're cheap. Really. I'll send it to you. Go ahead. Everybody that wants to join, send me a DM. I'm working on getting y'all in right now. What is your name? Days? How do I spell your name? Can you send me a DM, Days? How do you spell your name? Deyss? Damn it. Why can't I find you? Why are you not findable? What? I had to request you because you're private. Like a double with a strawberry shake? Yes. It's worth everything, and the group you will be a part of is amazing. Kim is always there for us to lend an ear. Oh, yeah, Kim. See, Kim? Look at people. People are recognizing you, Kim. Kim knows how to make some feelings hurt. When I heard Kim's theories, I was like, dang, never get on Kim's bad side. Anyone that's trained by Kim, don't mess with him. Don't mess with him. Like a family up in here. I try to help. You do a good job. See? Kim is on here. Yes, I do. Yes, LOL. I used to hurt these guys' feelings bad. I know the way you talk. I'm like, oh my god. You are there for us too, Xavier. Thank you. Double double strawberry shake. Absolutely. Four for 5 years, another 3.5. Dang. From In and Out. You know, I don't even think they have an In and Out in Richmond, thank goodness, because milkshakes are my weakness. So if I find a good place with a milkshake, Xavier's not going to be fitting this shirt. Thank goodness there's not that many great milkshakes around me. You're the bestest, X. Thank you so much, Nicole. Nicole, did I send you back a DM? I think I did. I'll send you the recipe for the milkshake. Please do. Send me the recipe. I'm gonna do it. What is the definition of a casual relationship? Um, you're signing up. Let's go, Nicole. Nicole is signing up. Like I said, that's already we're about to be done. We got all our sign-ups for the day. Casual relationship. Casual relationship is like, how do I say? It's casual. Like there's no there's no rules. There's no real rules. I mean, there's probably some, but normally they're not monogamous. Normally there's not like a time period that you're supposed to see each other or check in. There's no real consistency. It's kind of like whatever, like, hey, we're just being casual. I'll see you when I see you. We'll do what we do when we do it. Kind of like a situationship. To me, casual relationships and situationships are very similar, right? But situationships I think are a little bit more confusing because they really have like feelings in them. Like people really develop real feelings in situationships. And that's why those are like, nah, you're playing with fire. But casual relationships, it's like it's not as deep. It's kind of like, hey, I'll go and see you. Sometimes people sleep with each other in these events, but it's really no like substance or foundation. You don't really see each other's values, principles are not really together. And it's like I don't care. Like I don't really see a future with you. It's just whatever. It's just casual, easy, whatever. Something I'm not good at. I'm not good at that. I'm way too serious. Like when I like you, I want you, and only you. You know, yeah, that's hard for me. Boom. So do you share private information in a casual relationship? Why should you need to? Why should you need to? I mean, if we're just casual, you don't have to do anything. Now you can. You can if you want to. I'm just not sure what that would do, right? Like, is that gonna make things better for you? Is that gonna make it worse? Who knows? For me, personally, if I was to do a casual situation, I wouldn't make it too serious. I would kind of keep certain things separate that I know would make me like get really attached. Because the whole point of it being casual is you're not supposed to be attached to it. Anything casual, you're not supposed to make it a habit, right? Like when you say you're a casual drinker, like I'm just someone like Occasionally, I'll grab a drink. I may do it once every 2 weeks. I may do it once a month, right? I'm a casual spender, right? Like I'll spend money here and there, but not really. I'm not like I have to spend this kind of money all the time. Everything is matter of fact. I wouldn't put something substantial into something that is not solidified, you know? I like rules, right? And for myself and for my partner, I want to know that there is a set of rules and governance for which we are to react and respond in, right? So if I don't, that's what makes me feel safe, that we both, have alignment on that, and we both are following certain things, certain principles. So if I don't get that energy from you, if I'm not getting that, then I'm not going to tell you anything real, because that's a part of myself that's reserved for people who want to take me serious. Like, for example, there's certain things I won't say online unless you join the membership, right? Because that's consistent, that shows me that you're serious, and that makes me feel better about putting energy into it. Live is, to me, is casual sometimes. It's like, okay, well, I'm in and out. I'll come in, I'll see what's happening. An hour, then I'm out. I want someone who really, I want to see real change. I want people to get on here and say, damn, Xavier really told me something that I haven't heard. Let me go back and watch it. Let me study it, right? I don't believe there is a casual relationship. If I'm with you, I'm with you. That's why this is hard for me. I see him weekly, but I only see him. Yeah, because you're redlined. You don't believe in a casual relationship, but you're in one. So maybe the first problem is being in something you don't believe in. But if a guy does that, mean he is having feelings but doesn't want a relationship? But that's the thing. Why does it matter what he feels? I think you might be focused too much on what he feels and not what he shows you, right? Like, it doesn't matter what he feels. In fact, most of you ladies should care less about what a man feels in the beginning. Oh, I love you. Oh, I'm into you. You're the one for me. Who cares? You should be wanting to see action. Feelings don't mean a damn thing. What means something is what you're going to do. You can say you love me all day. I don't care if I can see your heart beating out of your chest. I want you to do something. So if this guy is not committing to you, who cares about how great his feelings are? Do you want to be with someone that loves you but doesn't want to care about you, but doesn't want to give you what you need to feel secure? Because maybe you are. Maybe you're cool with having feelings for someone but having no security. Because here's what I can tell you. No matter how great his feelings are for you, he doesn't want to make you his only one. What value are your feelings then? What does a guy ask to take you? Why does a guy ask to take you on a trip, but you don't have a relationship with him? Why does a guy ask to take you on a trip, but you don't have a relationship with him? Because he wants snoo-snoo. He wants snoo-snoo. The same reason why most guys would ask you to spend a weekend with them, to spend the night, to stay over, even though they don't want a relationship with you, is because they want snoo-snoo. And I actually explained this in my membership, but guys have something called the sex zone, which is very similar to women that have the friend zone. Guys will sex zone you, women friend zone. Some women sex zone too. It absolutely matters what he feels. How many times are you going to say he's a beautiful person? You said it like 5 or 6 times. Are you trying to convince me? Because I've heard you. The point is, what I'm saying is that if you are the person, you're the same person that said earlier you don't believe in a casual relationship, yet you're in one. So, I mean, I don't think you're hearing yourself. I think you might be infatuated and you're trying to make sense of it. I say that with love, though, but we're aware of how you feel. So what I'm saying is, as far as looking for a full committed relationship, Feelings do not matter until you get into it. You can entertain it, you can enjoy it, but if you want commitment and the other person is not moving in that direction, then their feelings don't matter. Their feelings really don't matter. Because you know how many times a guy will say, I love you so much, and then turn around and have sex with someone else? You know how many times he'll say, I love you, and then he'll give you an STD? She said, don't break me down. I'm not. I'm building you up. The truth is supposed to build you up. I filed for separation. He is renewing the lease. Should I stay in our home for the kids or leave? Should I stay in our home or take the kids and leave? You need to talk to me. I can't answer these questions on here. That's what I can tell you. Certain questions, I'm just not gonna answer because you need more talking. We need to break down how this started, where it happened. This is something I can't do on a live. And I would hate to give you bad advice. So I'm gonna have to tell you that you deserve better than some simple online advice, because that is a big situation, girl. So invest in yourself. Send me a DM when you're ready, and we'll work. Words mean nothing is rarely even meant anymore. Yeah, words don't mean anything. Don't get me wrong. Words are nice and definitely take them into account, but words are not there. We give too much weight to them, and we give a person too many passes. How much do you charge? It depends. It's different per the person. For you, Slenderella, I would say just go ahead and send me a DM, and we'll talk about it. But it's pretty cheap. I think he knows how much you think of him. Oh, you're talking to Desi. Okay. I'm just texting back to people that are trying to sign up right now. Like honestly, you know what I think? I think that love was meant for good, but too many people realize how easy it is for some people to be falling under that spell of what it could be, and they started to manipulate it. See, powerful words became a manipulation tool. Love, hope, potential, empathy. A lot of these words are good love or good words, right? They're supposed to be healthy. But somehow we got to a place in society where people said, I can use that. And I can get people to believe me and get what I want. That's when we messed up. So now those words have lost their meanings because the wrong people have gotten a hold of them, and it sucks. It really sucks. So that's why I say we're gonna have to start letting these words go, baby. Because, or wait until a little while longer to see. What do you consider love bombing? Have you heard that expression before? My friend said, my guy love bombs us. You're gonna have to talk to me. Because I know what love bombing is, but I think that it's different for everybody. And I think that if you currently have a guy that's doing that to you, I don't think there's a universal, but here's what I can tell you. A lot of people that do love bomb, they just go kind of hard when they want something and they don't really care. But I would have to talk to you. But when we're not together, it gives me a hard time. Yeah, you have a personal story. Go ahead and send me a DM, Slenderella. Come on. Let's get in the DMs. Let's have a chat. See if I can find you. What a name, Slenderella. I sent you a DM. There's no integrity of character anymore. No, there's not. Hey, Katie. Oh, man, it's almost time for me to go. Anyway. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to have to go ahead and jump off of here. It has been a great day. Amanda, good to talk to you, Amanda. So I'm going to message back everyone and get back to you on the people that are ready to book. Yeah, I will be booked either early tomorrow or early Sunday. So we're going to get you as soon as possible. I'm going to get you in, and let's go ahead and try to do this work, y'all. So if you haven't, send me a DM. Let me know you want to work with me, and I'll go ahead and get you in, and I'll get you into the private group where everyone is getting this education, and I go deeper. And I think that, if you're ready, let's do it. I love you. I appreciate y'all. Have a great rest of your weekend. And I'll probably see you again at some point this weekend. But anyway.